Hello folks, my name is Phú, and to start the new month of June, Sony Picture Animation just dropped the biggest bomb into the theater, and that bomb is named Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. I will really try not to spoil any story or the plot of the movie, and so yeah, I really try to not to spoil it, but I cannot promise anything. So yeah. If there's something kind of spoil, I will say it for you guys. And so let's talk about this movie, okay? So to start the movie, if you don't know, Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse is the story about Spider-Man, of course, but this Spider-Man is about Miles Morales. He's just a young teenager bit by a radioactive spider. Not like the no more story for the Spider-Man guys. So this story is about him going to multiple dimension to see all the Spider-Man and all that stuff, and that is like the whole story about it. It's just a quick remind you for about what this movie is about. So yeah, let me review something good about this film. So first, you noticing the first thing you notice is that the animation for this movie is just top tier. Hold up, it took me from 2 3 days to write all of this thing to just to say uh, about this movie. So how to describe this animation about this movie? Well, the best way to describe this animation is that like you go to a art museum and there is some picture on the wall on there and there is some piece of artwork laid down everywhere in the museum for you to go and watch and to look at. And this movie is just like that, man. It's like a whole bunch of artwork that's combined into one big movie, and that is all I can say. That's how I'm feeling about this movie. And if you don't know, the Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse contain 1,000 artists to make it, man. Like that is the insane amount of number to look at. Well, for me, it's like an art of buffet. But in there, all the food or the piece of artwork somehow fit perfectly and also stays delicious, if you can say. And these things are just so beautiful and so awesome to look at. I don't know how, but they make it very make it like me example like feel very natural to see in that movie, like it is supposed to happen in that movie to that beautiful, man. You saw it, then you cannot cannot see something else more beautiful than that. Well, for me, I watched this movie 2 times, man, and 2 times I watch I have a different point of view in the movie. Like the more you watch, the more you can feel the artwork, the animated thing that in the movie that represents to us. The art style is just very unique and different from other animated movie. If you guys don't know, in the first movie, the character that they are drawing is very polished and very beautiful. And not only that, they are combined the 3D drawing CGI with the 2D drawing into it, and the way the transition between two of those things make this movie feel like a masterpiece of animation. And not only that, just like the first movie, they use 24 frame of picture just to draw its action, and sometimes they change to 30 frame per second, and that's they just go back and forth and do that transition all over the movie, and somehow it's just freaking amazing to look at. The more you watch, the more you feel amazed of that movie, man. I don't know. I'm bad at vocabulary, so yeah, that is all I say. And there's some more thing I have to say too. Spider-Man film, not a Spider-Man without some action in it. So there's some action scene that the animator didn't have to go that hard, but they go way beyond that hard, man. They are like some chasing from a character to character, but they do it so impactful through the animation. And to that, I feel the impact, the force, the speed that each character represent, and then it's so like you can feel the force, the impact for that hit it. It's really really hard, and that's just freaking amazing and cool and all that stuff. Well, in the movie, spoiler alert, not kinda, I don't say about the story, but it's just some scene in the movie that you watch. So there is some scene when people are talking to each other, but they have some serious emotion into it. The way they the way they drawing each character, not only their facial expression, which they can done very good, and they done it very perfectly for each character, but the facial expression alone, they add another layer of color onto each character, and each character when they saw they express some emotion about it, the color they added to express the emotion to the audience. Us feel the feel like we can relate it to that emotion. That's how you can say it. And they done it so freaking good, man. Like the color they use is just like a Picasso artwork in there. It's just very cool, and not only that, it is just very beautiful. It's freaking unique to watch. Amazing, good job, man. So this animated movie, and this is a cartoon, but the way they use the camera angle and the camera movement for the action from action are just some normal thing to in the movie. They just done it so freaking good, man. Like in the first movie, they had done it multiple times, and it's just unique, separate from other animated movie and all that stuff. Well, the second one, Across the Spider-Verse, the camera angle just worked very well, very perfectly, if you can say. When they need to express some character feeling, they just get the camera close to them, and some action they some action very fast and all that stuff. Action hit and on, just action from action, all that stuff very fast, if you if you might say. And the the way they use the camera, it's just like let the audience, us, don't get lost in the process and just continue to do, can make us allowed to follow it to action and know what they are doing. And some are just very beautiful on their own. Well, for me as a student, if you are in your fashion of your artwork or designer or that thing that happen to be a part like drawing all that stuff, this movie is like a full document for you to study for. That is how I feel about this movie, man. There's so much stuff for you to look in there and learn for yourself. And not only that, each frame, each scene in this movie, if you just pause and take a picture of it, they are just like a freaking wallpaper or just picture where you can put it on the wall or something, man. That is how beautiful it is in the movie. This movie is like the top tier animation of all time. So that is for just the animation, man. Now I have to talk about the music. The music, all I can say, it's just like the cherry on the top of the cake, man. The music just fits so well in the movie. This time, the second movie, they don't have like a banger music, because in the first one we have Post Malone and Swan Lee do the Sunflowers theme song for Miles Morales, and that song got 2 billion views on YouTube. That is freaking insane for a music video for an animated show that outside of Disney, man. So like in the first movie, this is this is a spoiler for you if you haven't watched the first one. So when there is a character appear, the theme song of that character, it just hits so hard, man. Like the beat drop, it's like and this movie did it too, and it literally give me chills every time I heard that sound, man. So if you don't know, Metro Boomin is doing all the theme song for this movie, and I will put his link into the description for you to check it out yourself. Multiple artists come together with him make this whole album for the movie, and Miles Morales theme song just not pick out Swan Lee, man. That man is like the god for him. And yeah, this second movie just have the music. This doesn't have the bang a hit music, but still have some very good music that fits so well. Like in the end credit of the movie, after you hear it, you cannot hear anything else. Like that song is so fit perfectly. It's so perfectly fit for that end sequel. So yeah, just done good job. So for the story of the movie, I'm not gonna talk about it because this like spoiler for you and all that stuff. So yeah, I don't want to say about it. And all I wanted to say is that I want you guys to go and check it out for yourself, man. If you don't like Spider-Man or superhero movies and all that stuff, still recommend you guys to go watch it, because like it's the best animation movie that ever made to this point. That is for me. That is how good it is, man. And if you like anime or like some animation that online, this movie is definitely for you. And yeah, it's just a banger of animated scene and all that stuff and all the action. It's just freaking good, man. So what is the movie I gotta give boy to? Well, I say I cannot give it another point else than 100%. Or like the peak top tier animation. I already watched this movie twice. Maybe the third one if I have the money to afford to. Yeah. The more you watch it, the more you will feel what about the animated scene in this movie. The more I watch, for me, the more I feel amazed how this movie represents to us and how they done it so well, and it's just freaking cool and amazing to watch. This is probably my favorite animated movie, and I cannot wait for the third one to come out. The only sad thing about this movie is like the to be continue. Yeah, I recommend you guys to check it out for yourself, please. And yeah, hope you guys have a great day, and I will see you guys on the next video. Bye bye.